Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the way of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law that see I dictate sunrise and sundown. Him a go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth fat fruit in his season. Him leaf never a go wither, and whatsoever him do shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now, they saw them there like a chaff with the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go stand upon judgment, nor the sinner man them in the congregation of the righteous and the Lord God Jah. Hates the way of the sinners, and the way of the righteous will remain for ever and ever. Let the people of the Most High say, Jah! Kadamawe grumabe atela ababa janai ai sata sata ruba ruba ayafa Ethiopia tanaka tanaka olekaya shuklat of Ethiopia uliko light by day and liko darkness by night. My name Blakk Rasta, and this is the Black Pot. Now my brother, my sister, in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and every time it rests on the fire there is something sumptuous cooking. Certainly today we have something sumptuous cooking. That is why we go into the echelons of our development and our people with a prayer. Now that the way is clear, all that we need to do is to zoom into the game of the day. My brother, my sister, today we have so many things to talk about. Remember, we normally don't like to criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only criticize to build and not to destroy, because we are in the service of God and country. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo. Now, the first thing I want to look at today is titled BAGBIN'S Criminal Utterances. Better still, BAGBIN'S Criminal Accomplice Utterances. Now, my brother, my sister, the Speaker of Parliament of Ghana, for Alban Bagbin. Now, we in Ghana simply call him Alban Bagbin. Now, recently he returned all the way from Dubai on the taxpayers' back when he went to treat a certain health condition that people are peddling about. But we don't want to get too much into that. Every man has the right to the secrecy of his health condition. So we will not go into that. But the most important thing is that the taxpayer would have to foot the bill. And we were wondering why he did not do that in Ghana, because we have so many wonderful doctors in Ghana. But it looks like when politicians are sick, all of a sudden Ghanaian doctors become incompetent. But hear me now. That's not what I want to look at today. Alban Bagbin is a man who has a certain level of authority and credibility. So many people love him and adore him. Now, he comes from the northern part of the country. Now, as the Speaker of Parliament, some people tried to belittle him some time ago and are still trying, probably because he's from the northern part of this country. Now, people from the northern part of this country normally get vilified for one reason or the other, like it is in some other African countries. Tribalism. Some people believe that they have some superior ethnic groups, and for that matter, anyone who is not from those ethnic groups is inferior to them. My brother, my sister, hear me now. Let's deal with something important. Now, Alban Bagbin has made some utterances, and I need to deal with these utterances. But in the interim, let me look at this other gentleman called Paul Adom Ochery. Some people call him Paul Flower Ochery, because during the Christmas he got an exorbitantly priced Christmas tree. I think they were 4 in number or 3 in number, whatever they were, that cost the nation so much money. Because He's supposed to be in the board of the airport that does what Ghana airport. Wherever it is, my brother, my sister, gave him the opportunity and the power to endorse and subscribe to the buying of artificial flowers for the Christmas at the time that people are crying all over that the country is broke. Paul Adumochi made an utterance after Ghana went to play at the AFCON, the African Cup of Nations, that Ghana did not do well. Ghana, in fact, succumbed to a smaller country because one great savior of Ghana's football, Kwesi Nyantakyi, was down. How was he down? Anas Armiyao Anas is an investigative journalist. In fact, undercover journalist. Time and again, Anas Armiyao Anas has exposed a lot of rot in our system in Ghana and even outside Ghana. When people do wrong things, he's able to come out with facts, catch them on tape, and so on and so forth, and bring that. Now, Paul Adumochi was not happy about that. He said this kind of journalism is not any good journalism. And then he decried the fact that Kwesi Nyantakyi, who criminally boasted about the fact that he had the Ghanaian president in his pocket and wanted a bribe of 12 million American dollars to be able to bring a certain Dubaian businessman to operate in Ghana. He also talked about bribing Kennedy Japan, who is a loudmouth MP in Ghana. My brother, my sister. Now the GFA decided to kick this man out, called Kwesi Nyantakyi, and even FIFA decided to kick him out because you cannot be going around getting accomplices into a certain kind of crime. But it looks like more accomplices are up for take. Yes, they are up for the take. My God have mercy. Hear me now. Now the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has spoken. And what has he said? Alban Bagbin says that yes, we all should be very careful about how we leak out sensitive documents. What are these sensitive documents he's talking about? Of course, we understand every institution needs to have a certain level of secrecy. But when you look at this, you might think that it's a normal utterance. But no. Alban Bagbin, who is enjoying the taxpayers' kindness, my brother, my sister, has also come out to say that once Nyantakyi was brought down, Ghana football automatically also came down. And it doesn't look like he's too happy about it. Watch it out. Bringing down Nyantakyi brought down Ghana football. A man who was talking criminal, my brother, my sister. He was set up. He never knew there were cameras around him when he went out all the way to Dubai to talk to a supposed businessman who wanted to do business in Ghana. And he was asking for a bribe of 12 million American dollars for himself and a few other criminals around him, supposed criminals. My brother, my sister, Alban Bagbin says, the fact that this man was exposed in that documentary has brought Ghana football down. So what? Speaker of Parliament. So what? So what? Are you saying it was wrong that Nyantakyi went through that kind of punishment? Are you not a lawyer? Are you not presiding over a house that makes laws? They say attempting to kill is killing. Attempting to commit murder is murder. Now if man meets people and he starts talking about how much money he wants in the form of a bribe to be able to take over the whole country and give to a foreigner, that calls for ping, right? Even the president of Ghana at that time came out and decried this, dissociated himself totally from Kwesi Nyantakyi's utterances. Kwesi Nyantakyi had to go, kneel down, and beg the president and ask for mercy. But he never apologized to us as a people. What is wrong with kicking Nyantakyi out? Even if he was the Jesus Christ of Ghana football. Was he not trying to engage in a criminality? Now he claimed he has some companies where he could launder money laundering. All that does not mean anything to you guys, right? Adum Odartey and Alban Bagbin. I'm so ashamed of you guys. Trust me. Trust me. Especially with Bagbin. I thought that Bagbin had a certain level of virtues hanging around his head. But for a Speaker of Parliament to speak like this, and when you read further, you realize that this man is not happy that this kind of punishment has come down on Kwesi Nyantakyi. Wherever it is, the propaganda is still on. I see another headline just around the same Nyantakyi, people are doing propaganda. Propaganda that FIFA is talking good about Kwesi Nyantakyi. Right? Listen, watch it. Top FIFA officials speak highly of ex-GFA President Kwesi Nyantakyi. Speaker of Parliament Bagbin says, so what, Mr. Bagbin? So what? So what? The man was engaged in a certain level of criminality. He's been banned by FIFA. And if FIFA officials come to say good things about him, so what? What do the laws of the country say about what Kwesi Nyantakyi did? My brother, my sister, until we name and shame, we will continue to be in shame. You want to hear it again? Until we name and shame, we will continue to be in shame. Anas Admiral Anas, I know there has been an agenda to silence you. But if you are who you are, you must know better. Silence them by doing the right thing. In the past, they tried with all shenanigans and gymnastics to silence the guy. But it looks like Admiral Anas has a thick skin and he continues flying. Name and shame us if we are involved. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunomo, where we speak truth to power. Now the next thing I want to look at is so interesting. Jesus have mercy. And it's a topic I like to talk about because as a historian, Jesus have mercy, I love this. And it is Destination Ghana agenda. Now the pot-bellied president with an oversized suit flew out of this country exorbitantly in an $18,000 an hour flight, luxurious flight. When you look at the inside of the plane, it looks like it's heaven. My brother, my sister, those of you who want to go to heaven, if you sit in this plane, you are in heaven. Forget heaven. Hi, there's everything in it. What kind of food do you want to eat that you can't find? Mr. President claims that the country is broke. Yet, he's able to pay 18,000 American dollars to fly exorbitantly in a chartered flight. Now, according to Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, who is an MP for North Tongue, he is so shocked, and now Parliament is beginning to think about banning the president's exorbitant foreign travels. What are we talking about, my brother, my sister? Hear me now. Now, Mr. President flew to America and England. What did he do in America? He attended a pastor's seminar hosted by T.D. Jakes. Remember a few days ago, T.D. Jakes, a man I have so much respect for, and I will never say anything bad about him, came out and lied about the condition of Ghanaians. How Ghana has become a very, very improved modern country, and how Ghanaians love this president because of ABCD. We've talked about it already. I'm not going to go into it. But it was a propaganda for the pot-bellied, oversized suit-wearing president. Now the president made a journey, and from what we are reading, he went to the pastor's seminar where he was supposed to speak to the international community. My brother, my sister, and he flew 18,000 hours to go to that place. From there, he went to England. My brother, my sister, and it looks like what he's selling to the people is his flagship program called the Back to Ghana agenda. Better still, destination Ghana agenda. Better still, year of return. My brother, my sister, let us break it down. Oh Lord God have mercy. Remember, it used to be called year of return. Listen, year of return. That is cultural, that is historical, and that is legacy that every person should be happy to hold. You are culturally bringing people into the country like Marcus Garvey and the rest of them did. It's not a small feat. Now the year of return was so powerful because our brothers and sisters in the diaspora were all hungry to come home to Africa. We heard Steve Wonder talk so well about Africa. We saw Jet Li here in Ghana. Chinese even came here. People from Hong Kong were here. It looks like Ghana was blossoming. And all of a sudden, the wicked people with no brains that they have always been, they turned it into a commercial agenda. Now we have spoken about this time and again, my brother, my sister, and so I don't want to go too much into it. But I'm going to tell you something interesting. Hi! Now the year of return saw so many people returning to this country. It was the year of return. Cultural, heritage. My brother, my sister. Today the president is talking about what? Destination Ghana agenda. So from making it a cultural event, it is now a tourism event. Can somebody come along? Can somebody come along? Can somebody come along? Hear me. I am saying that it used to be called the year of return. And every black person in the diaspora saw it as a mission to return home. What the Rasta man calls repatriation. Now, so many people in the diaspora made Ghana their home. To the point that Steve Wonder even proclaimed to the whole of America with no fear that he would love to come and settle in Ghana. That was a cultural event. Now they have watered it down, having failed because they have no brains. They don't respect history. They don't even respect legacy. That's why they hate Kwame Nkrumah so much. They hate Nkrumah so much because Nkrumah has a legacy that cannot be toyed with. Now they call it the Destination Ghana agenda. From a cultural event, it's now a tourism event. My brother, my sister, now they want people to come and look at statues. They want people to come and look at dirty gutters. They want people to come around and look at dances. Palogo, Bobobo, Agbaja, Bamaya. They want people to come and watch Damba and go away. My brother, my sister, hear me now. If the agenda must happen, it must be cut away from tourism. Tourism is not enough to drive people from wherever they are to this country. It's not enough. You can get 2%, 1%. Tourism, I said, is not enough to drive our people from America, England, and the diaspora to return home. My brother, my sister, remember the days of Kunta Kinte. Remember the days of slavery when our people were forced on ships, raped, dehumanized, sodomized, and taken all the way to the Americas and other places. Today, they don't have to put us on ships by force. They have taken the chains from off our hands and legs and put that on our brains. My brother, my sister, hear me now. Kunta Kinte was taken out of this country by force, and his name was changed to Toby. He resisted this. They cut his legs and tried to make him stay. But today, let's be honest. Let them bring a ship and say, we want volunteers who want to be Americans and people who want to go to England for free. My brother, my sister, kings and chiefs will be the first to sit inside that ship. Do not be shocked to see Asante Hene Otumfuo jump on that ship and say he's going to America to be an American. After all, they say he has a huge mansion in England, right? Don't be shocked to see Yana jump onto that ship. La Manche, Gamanche, and all those nenes. Because our leaders have let us down. But we have a way out. My brother, my sister, hear me now. Hey, Jesus have mercy. Listen, Kunta Kinte struggled to return to Africa because he knew that Africa is a gem. Remember the days of Otubaku Guanu, who was taken as a little child from Ejumakon right here in the central region of Ghana and taken all the way to England and America as the smallest child, independent child taken into slavery. Otubaku Guanu came in contact with who? Another great guy from Nigeria. And together, they taught themselves how to read and write and even run into the Parliament of England and some other places to fight for the rights of Ghanaians, Nigerians, Togolese, Beninois, the whole of Africa for that matter, and black people. Ikrianu came into contact with Otubaku Guano, and they did so well to be able to fight and bring our people home. From Otubaku Guano and Ikrianu, what happened? We had such great people like Paul Coffey. And he was also from this part of the country. I've told this story over and over, but our people don't have ears. They don't want to hear. Hey, Paul Coffey, who was originally called Kofi Slokum. That's him. Had the chance to even meet President Madison. All because of the Back to Africa movement. Bringing people from America and talking about black people all the way back to Africa to help Africa develop. Our brothers and sisters must come home. Is tourism what is going to bring them home? After Kofi Slokum, a.k.a. Paul Coffey, who was so rich, his riches shocked everybody. We also had Marcus Garvey, who came. Around the same time, there was the great Chief Alfred Charles Sam, all the way from Apaso in the central region. He also brought home people to help with the Back to Africa movement, right? Now there was Laura Adoko Coffey, who came all the way from La. Laura Adoko Coffey. And that's it. She was a great black prophetess who helped Marcus Garvey to put things in place. How did they fail? How did they win? In fact, all they were preaching to the people was, it is your heritage to return home. You were all forced on ships through the gates of no return. Conquer the gates of no return and return to Africa and help Africa develop and make Africa the capital of the world. They didn't ask people to come home and look at statues. They didn't ask people to come home and watch people dance Balogo or Bobobo or Agbaja. No, that was not what they asked the people to do. They pushed them into their histories. They made sure that they appealed to their consciences and they appealed to their DNAs. Jesus have mercy. Hey, hey, hey! Tourism is not enough to bring home people. Statues are not enough to bring home people. And I tell you again, dances are not enough to bring home people. You know what is enough to bring people home? Culture. The heritage of the people. The history of the people. The people need to show their nations love. The people need to return home because they were forced out. And they are now coming back willingly. The Rastaman will say coming forward. Because there's something negative about back. So Rasta won't say back, will say come forward. My brother, my sister, destination Ghana has been watered down to the point of tourism. It used to be They what? Year. Then they introduce beyond the return. Now it is destination Ghana. What is in Ghana for people to see? You have destroyed all the historical monuments. You have degraded Kwame Nkrumah to the point that you wanted Kwame Nkrumah to be sold like a toilet paper. But the heritage and legacy of that guy has surpassed all of you idiots and evil minds. He beat your great-grandfathers to the game. Because of that, you are so bitter. But Nkrumah, even in his grave, is still beating you idiots in your bald heads and your fat belly pot bellies. Hey, you can fly private jets for as long and as high as you can. You will never reach the altitude where Nkrumah is operating in. You're mad? You're mad? My brother, my sister, the year of return has been watered down by people who don't know history and have brought it to the level of tourism. They've given it to a minister of tourism that has no brains. Okeku Mante and Awal, no brains. Funeral tourism. Hey, see how many years these guys have been there. And all they are thinking about is funeral. Let people come from America and watch us cry when our fathers are dead, mothers are dead, and the way we cry, oh, it's so musical, it's so melodious. Americans would pay to come and see us play the buffoonery. Yet alone, if packaged properly, is enough to bring the whole diaspora to Ghana. But idiots won't understand. Fools won't understand. Low brains won't understand. Low lives won't understand. My brother, my sister, Mr. President, you are a traitor. Mr. President, I don't like you. Mr. President, you will go down in history as the most disastrous president this country has had. I pray that you are impeached because you are wicked, you are evil. The country has no money, but you find money to fly around. People are dying in hospitals. You have money to fly around. Your people are throwing money all over the place. Destination where? Ghana. A country whose currency is the lowest performing in the whole world. People should come here and spend what money? Toilet paper? Huh? They should come to Ghana where journalists are shot in broad daylight. People should come to Ghana where electricity goes on and off. Hey! People should come to Ghana. When it rains 1 centimeter, the whole place is flooded. Hey! People should come to Ghana where there's no law and order on the streets. Hey! People should come to Ghana where Mamo B and Nima can fight because of a guinea fowl. Hey! That's what we are selling to the diaspora. Be smart and be wise. Our cultural heritage is what will sell us. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Koko Shodomo. And what we've talked about, I have a quote for Mr. President. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunumo, where we speak truth to power. My brother, my sister, I want to look at something interesting. How many of you remember Odatey Lamptey? Remember he played with the Black Starlets and also with the Black Stars? Hey, remember when we went to Barcelona, somewhere in 1992, thereabout. Remember what Odatey Lamptey did there? Who is Odatey Lamptey at all? Now, Odatey Lamptey is the guy you see here, donning the Black Stars jersey, moving like a stallion. Odatey Lamptey is a Ghanaian. In fact, he's a Ga by ethnicity. That's why you hear Ni and Odatey and Lamptey. Powerful name. Odatey Lamptey. Odatey Lamptey was born on the 10th of September in the year of my birth, 1974. He was born just 1 month, 8 days after I was born in Tamale on the 2nd of September, 1974. And Odatey was born on the 10th. Yes. My brother, my sister, he was born on the 10th of December, 1974. And see what interesting happened. Now, Odatey Lamptey, my brother, my sister, who was born, just a few months after I was born, right? September, October, November, December. Yes, 3 months, September, October, November, 3 months and 8 days after I was born. Now, Odatey Lamptey was born in Tema on the 10th of December, 1974. In fact, his father was a hopeless drunkard who abused him to the point that he ran away from the house. His father used to whip him like an animal and even burn him with cigarettes. Fire. He would smoke cigarette and use the burning end of the cigarette to burn his skin for something that he did that most parents would just sit you down and talk to you with respect. Odatey ran out of the house and was sleeping on the streets. Then he found a Muslim soccer academy, kind of. And then he joined it. But when he went to join it, they told him, hey, we take only Muslims. So Odatey Lamptey decided to convert from Christianity to Islam in order to play football. Hear me now. Now, when he started playing football, many people saw the skills. He played youth football. And at a point, they even called him the Pele of Ghana. Now, Odatey Lamptey started playing so seriously in terms of professional football in Ghana, but he always wanted to play abroad. You know what Odatey Lamptey did? He tried to fly out of this country, but the Ghanaian authorities seized. They seized his passport. And when his passport was seized, what happened? They decided that, hey, once you try to run out of this country to play football outside when we need you here, you will never be allowed to leave this country. Look at what Odatey Lamptey did. He found a way of getting some people to smuggle him in a taxi all the way to Lagos, Nigeria. And when he arrived in Lagos, Nigeria, he went to a man that he had seen playing football on TV in those days, and that was Stephen Keshi, who later became a captain of the Nigerian football team known as the Super Eagles, not Super Chickens. Now hear me now. Now the Super Chickens, Super Eagles coach, Super Eagles captain, Stephen Keshi, my brother, my sister, took him up, saw him. He had already heard about the exploits of the little Odatey Lamptey and said, I will fake a Nigerian passport for you. He got him a fake Nigerian passport at that time, and he told everybody that that was his son, Stephen Keshi. Stephen Keshi took him all the way, my brother, my sister, to Belgium, where he himself was plying his football trade. Stephen Keshi got Odatey Lamptey the chance to play football at Anderlecht, there in Belgium. That was when the whole world started to hear about Odatey Lamptey. He could dribble. He could score. He scored like mad. Odatey Lamptey was the guy. by the kind courtesy of Stephen Keshi. Stephen Keshi, wherever you are, Oga, Osheo. Hear me now. Odatey Lamptey played in so many different countries. Hey, hey. And Ghana even got to hear about him. Remember with the Black Starlets, they won the cup. He also won a special trophy for himself and all that. That was just the beginning of his exploits. He played in Italy. He played in Belgium. He played in Germany. He even played in China. But in 1992, remember the glory of Barcelona? His name was all over the place. He came to Ghana just to cool off. And he met a pretty lady called Gloria. According to him, when he met Gloria, he liked the girl. Like joke, they started having sex. And boom, when he returned to his camp, Gloria called him and said, you know, I'm pregnant. Wow. And then Odatey Lamptey said, well, then we have to settle. Even though the families did not like that, Odatey Lamptey is from the Ga ethnicity, and then Gloria Appiah was also from the Fanti ethnicity. So the families did not agree. In Ghana, that foolishness still exists. You are from this ethnic group, she's from this ethnic group, you are not going to get married. No, it's an abomination. You are a member of this religion. This person is a member of this religion. Because of that, you cannot marry, yet you can do business. Yet if I give you my money, you will take. Foolishness all over the place. Hear me now, let's cut a long story short. Odatey Lamptey got married to Gloria Appiah the following year, 1993. They got married. And then they started making babies. Hey! Unfortunately for Odatey Lamptey, in fact, they made a total of 5 babies. 5 children. Unfortunately, Odatey Lamptey started losing his children, one after the other. In fact, Odatey Lamptey lost his son, his beloved son. A son that he loved from the bottom of his heart. And that son was called Diego. When Diego died of lung problems, Odatey Lamptey wanted to bring him over to Ghana to bury. But they did not allow him. He buried this child right there abroad. As if that was not enough, his fortune started dwindling in football. He was no longer able to score as many goals as possible. They started transferring him. And then he also had a very bad player agent. He was called Antonio Cagliari. Or what's his name? Yes, Antonio. Oh my God. Now Antonio was the guy who swindled Odatey Lamptey. Yes, that's his photograph. Antonio Caliendo. That's him. In fact, Antonio Caliendo took monies that were meant for Odatey Lamptey. And because he was an illiterate who ran away from school because of his drunken father's abuse, he couldn't read anything. And this player agent swindled him, stole money from him left, right, and center. Odatey Lamptey lost his son. Oh, Diego. They buried him. Oh my God. In Argentina, a year or 2 later, his daughter, Lisa, also died. Yay, what is this? When Lisa died of the same lung problem, this time round, he was in Germany. So they buried the daughter in Germany because they did not allow the daughter to be brought to Ghana. His fortune started dwindling. Bad. He went to play in China. And then they had 3 more children. So 5 in all. 2 died. But, in 2013, Odatey Lamptey started hearing rumors that his wife was sleeping around. And people even hinted him that it's possible that those children were not his. He had put the children in the best schools in the world. Gave them a great future. They were a very beautiful, united family. until these rumors started coming. But he pushed all that away. Some people even said, don't you see that this your child looks like this person or that person? Then Odatey Lamptey decided to give it a try. He went for a DNA test, and it came out that the children that he had from 1993, for 20 years back, he always thought they were his children. None of them was his. Now the two who died and got buried in Argentina and Germany, they had no DNA tested on them. He just decided that that should go. Maybe those were his. But from the story, when Odatey Lamptey approached his wife, Gloria, what happened? The DNA says these children are not mine. They argued and argued and argued. But when the matter went to court, she made it clear that her husband was not able to impregnate her. We tried. He did all he could, but he couldn't impregnate me. And I realized that it worried him when our first two children died. So because of that, I had to find him babies. That's why I did that. Now, my brother, my sister, to cut a long story short, Odatey Lamptey himself has said that he prays that no man goes through what he went through. I pray no man should go through my ordeal. Odatey Lamptey breaks down after court hearing. Just yesterday, in fact, the court ruled that Odatey Lamptey can go back to his house. After staying outside the house for 9 years, how did it happen? His ex-wife, Gloria, after the DNA test, went to court and wanted 50% of Odatey Lamptey's property. The police kicked Odatey Lamptey out of the house. They gave him 1 hour to pack out his things. The plush East Legon building that Odatey Lamptey bought in 1992 at the price of 100,000 American dollars. The woman stayed in it for 9 solid years whilst he was out there renting. Today, he's taking care of cattle and sheep along Afienya area, Tema area there. That's where he's taking care of his goats and sheep. The court has returned the house to him. But interestingly, Gloria Appiah has run back to the courts for the 3rd time that she needs 50% of all that belongs to Odatey Lamptey. After all, they had been together. She wanted the East Legon apartment and not the one at Dome. East Legon is a top-class bourgeoisie area. Odatey Lamptey said, okay, it's okay. We are divorced, but we have children. You've been with me. You take one of our houses located in Dome. Plum. Take the one at Plum. He said, no, I want class area. She has again run to the court. Think about this. Is this enough to kill a man? But it looks like Odatey Lamptey has found solace in Ruwaida. Ruwaida is supposed to be a model and an actress. They met, and then they now have 3 children. My brother, my sister, this is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. And look at Odatey Lamptey and his family. Very beautiful family. This is Ruwaida. And look at the children they have now. My God. You know what Odatey Lamptey did? The moment the first baby came, he ran to do a DNA test that very day. Doctors told him, it's a little early, relax. But all the children are his. What is the problem? What do you think? This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunomo, where we speak truth to power. When I return, we have more. Boy. Lick more drum. This is when you feast and toast, we will bring the fire that you require to burn your way to total liberation. It is time for the Kuchoko Roots Festival 2022, where we take the roots to the roots, where we take the Kuchoko from the ghetto to the grotto. Date is Friday, 15th April 2022. Time is 6 p.m. until you drop, and rate is only 50 Ghana cedis. It is happening live at the Alliance Francaise behind the Operbia House, right there at 37. Hear me now. Now playing live is the ever powerful Blakk Rasta, your Kuchoko legend, and of course, Rex Sobar, Ghana's high life legend, and other fire blazers like Fee Rankin, Odartey, TK, Eddie Wayori, Zendima, and of course, the evergreen Vibration Kings Band. Make a date and don't be late. You must come and witness real red hell on Easter Friday. Come, let us bury Satan with Kuchoko, 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 Bam, Kuchoko, Kuchoko.
Mr. President, why you dey lie so? Before election, you tell me you be angel. When you sick, you run go a London. When we sick, we die for Kolebo. Mr. President.
Skip a judge.
Blackpot, Kuku show them.
The Blackpot, aka Kuku, show them where we speak truth to power. Remember on the 15th day of April 2022, Easter Friday at the Alliance Francaise, Blakk Rasta would be on stage alongside Rex Omar. We are going to crack down the place. And the French ambassador is also going to be there. Yes, and many more guests of honor. Are you going to be there? Remember, gate fees only 50 Ghana cedis. There will be other cracking artists on stage. We're talking about Fee Rankin. We're also talking about Odartey, Eddie Wayori, Zendima. The Vibration Kings Band would also be there. Remember, it's all about live band. And it's the Kuchoko Roots Festival 2022. Be there. It starts at 6 p.m. all the way down till you are tired. This is the Blackpot. And I want to look at another thing. And this one says, listen, the world is broke, not only Ghana. And this is what Mr. President is saying. So, Mr. President, the whole world is broke, right? But it looks like in the world of the visually impaired, the one-eyed man is the king, right? We are all broke, but it looks like in the world of the broke, some are calling others blessed. America is broke. England is broke. Canada is broke. Is that what you're saying, Mr. President? Listen, this is a president who tells you that his country is broke. Yet he rents a plane that costs $18,000 an hour to fly to a pastor's conference. From there, he goes to water down a whole back to Africa agenda to tourism. This is a president, my brother, my sister, whose ministers and party faithfuls, better still hoodlums, are running around the place throwing around money. Money. This is a president who wants the taxpayers' money for his wife as salary. This is a president who wants the taxpayers' money for his vice president's wife, the comedian. My brother, my sister, he says the whole world is broke because of COVID. It looks like this president's only alibi is that COVID was here. Did you hear about Ghana importing cassava from China? Have you heard now? It just came into the news that soon we are going to start importing stones from Togo. It sounds like a joke, right? It sounds like a joke, right? Watch it. Ghana may start importing stones soon. And when you read further, it says those stones are going to be coming from Togo. Ghana risks importing stones from Togo and other neighboring countries. Why? Because we have toyed with our quarries. The money we're supposed to be making from the quarries, we are so careless. We are just destroying the land and not making money. The money we're supposed to be making from our mines, we are not making that. Foreigners are taking all the money. And our president is fast asleep. My brother, my sister, talking about importing stones. Do you remember our president, Nana Akufo-Addo, imported a stone all the way from Israel? He brought us a stone from Israel to build a cathedral. They said it's a portion of the Wailing Wall. So they went to Israel and got it and brought it to Ghana in a plane. Chartered flight that brought a stone so that they can put it down and build a cathedral on it on the back of the taxpayer. How much did they say that cathedral was going to cost? Is that a country that is broke? You're going to spend over 100 million in building a useless cathedral. That stone that they imported from Israel, you'll be shocked how many millions that cost. They came to tell us it was free. My brother, my sister, this is a country whose citizens run to Mecca every year. This is a country whose citizens run to Israel every year. Mecca and Israel have found a way of boosting their tourism culturally. But we haven't still found a way of boosting our tourism. All we are talking about is funeral tourism. People come to watch us cry when our parents are dead. My brother, my sister, does this sound like a broke country? Or is a country that is ruled by incompetent nincompoops? You want to hear it again? Is this a broke country? Or is a country that is ruled by incompetent nincompoops? I'll leave it there. Now the next thing I want to look at, my brother, my sister, is racism in reggae. I am sad. I grew up in reggae, the spirit of reggae. That is why you see my identity as reggae-ish. Sometimes it even affects the accent. Because 24/7, I have headphones here. And all I'm hearing is kuchoko, kuchoko bam, kuchoko, kuchoko bam. Now Jamaica decided to water down its reggae and dancehall and bring in some useless thing called trap dancehall. Trap is hip hop, which pass that kind of nonsense. And they have infused that into the dancehall. In the days when you heard about dancehall, there was a hall where a dance was taking place. Today it's all about trap dancehall. There's nothing dance in the hall. But you see, a lot of Jamaican artists are very, very racist. Apart from the fact that we reggae people are criticized to preach racist messages sometimes, because Marcus Garvey even told us from the beginning that race first. No wonder Donald Trump also reiterated the same thing when he said America first. There's nothing wrong with loving your race. But when you visit other races with harm, with the intent of harm, then that is racism. With injustice, and that is where reggae is going right now. Hear me now. We remember how Peter Tosh used to say, oh, Bob Marley is being favored by, oh, blah, 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 boom, 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 all because he was a white man's son. Do you all remember that? When Peter Tosh said that, hey, me, I am too black for the business. That's Peter Tosh. The Bush doctor. He said, they said I am too black for the business. They were so angry that I, a black man's son, has taught a white man's son how to play the guitar. People thought it was a joke. Bob Marley never responded. Some people still believe that Bob Marley was able to make it because of his skin color. Now, we have also heard about Ika Mouse. You know Ika Mouse? Bang 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 early this morning, I love him. He was in Ghana, and we were walking around together and having fun. Recently, he's been into some legal wranglings and all that. Hear me now. Make it quick. Ike Mouse also criticized Shaggy and Sean Paul. He said because of their skin color, they were being favored, and for that matter, we should cut them out of reggae. Now you would also remember Stephen Marley, son of Bob Marley, who also came out and told the whole world that no other people of the world deserve the fruits of reggae than Jamaicans. You might see it as a joke, but that's true. Hey, Luciano was in this country, Ghana, and he went out there after we all had some nice things here to do, perform together. He went to Jamaica and said, Ghana is full of copycats. All big Jamaican artists have copycats and clones in Ghana, so we are not getting the food to eat anymore. They rather pick up and employ the copycats and leave the originals out. My brother, my sister, such utterances. I remember when Rocky Dawuni was voted and nominated for the Grammy the first time for reggae. Maybe Jamaicans did not feel good about it. And then they didn't want Rocky Dawuni to be part of it. You understand? Rocky Dawuni knew that Gramps Morgan had a road manager in Ghana called King Lagazi. So he contacted Lagazi and said, I would like to get in contact with your artists. You know, artist to artist, it's a good vibe. He gave out the number of Gramps Morgan, who is a member of the Morgan Heritage Band, who also was nominated for Grammys in that same year. I think he ended up winning it. Yes. And Rocky Dawuni called him. He was mad at Lagazi. Why do you give my number to Rocky Dawuni? Why? Why? I want to believe that if it was another Jamaican artist who had called him, he wouldn't have flown into that fury. I have performed on several stages around the world with Jamaican artists. And they don't even want you to do the reggae. They want you to go do Afrobeat or something else. They see you as infiltrating into the reggae. But hear me. The Grammys are out. And who won it? It's a group known as Soja. S-O-J-A. It's a white group. And this is a Jamaican website called Dancehall. It says, why Soja won the reggae Grammy against 5 Jamaicans. Etana was there and congratulated Soja. Gramps Morgan was in there as well. And Sean Paul was in there and some other people. But the white group, look at them. They won. And Dancehall magazine wanted to find out. And Dancehall magazine checked it out and realized that people are abusing this group just because they are white. Nothing more. Jamaica, you've killed your reggae. You have no respect for your own creativity. You have killed your music with violence and sexism. The reggae Bob Marley played that we used to like. That's not what you're giving to us now. Yes, evolution. Adding things to make it more valuable. But you are rather inundating it with water, watering it down. So when other people pick it up and give people the purest reggae, you dare not fight them. My brother, my sister, I could talk on and on and on and on. Congratulations to Soulja. Reggae music is coming to Africa to stay in Africa, where it rightfully belongs, where nobody will water it down with no useless trap. And Beanie Man went to a dance where they were playing only trap dancehall, and he got mad. And he shouted at the DJ, and he told them, play authentic dancehall music. Why are you not playing it? Look at it. And Vybz Kartel, whilst in prison, replied. He said, you old dog, you are gray. All over you is gray. You are still fighting the young boys with their creativity. What is this creativity? Creativity that is ruining reggae. And when white boys now come and take it over, you go mad? You're mad? My name is Blakk Rasta. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushuno. Remember, we are live on Pan-African TV, also live on Ghana Web TV, live on Loud Silence TV, and live on our YouTube page, which is Black Empire Media. And Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Yes, B-L-A-K-K. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube page, Black Empire Media, and also hit the notification button so you'll be notified every time we come on from 4 p.m. till 5 p.m. Until then, Blakk Rasta say, boy. Skip a job.
Come.